Oh my god.
We're leaving the bloopers in. We're leaving it in.
Yeah. Guys, let's be real. It's tough. It's hard out here for a person.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we're supposed to start normal. I didn't even notice, but anyways, we're doing the Ultimatum season 3 review. So the first 5 episodes dropped this week. Oh, no, well, whenever this comes out, the week it came out is when we're recording it, anyways. So we're going to go through the couples and we're going to talk about the show really. So I'm not really excited. This show, I think it's kind of slow and a bit boring, but
and that's because of spoiler.
Some people leave. So when it does that, they're telling the story, they're kind of dragging it. I'm like, there's a lot of filler content. I don't get why they need all that, but but let's get into it really.
Okay.
So we start with Zaina and JR. Okay. So why do my notes not? Okay, look at it. It's right on top. Zaina and JR. So first of all of them are beautiful between 2 and 3 years. Okay, let's just get out of the way. They met on a dating app. They're both in their 30s. Zaina is 32, JR is 33. So he was previously married and is afraid of getting divorced again. And all he says there was infidelity. So people on the internet believe that he's the one that cheated.
Yeah, but if he's hurt by the infidelity, then he's not the one that cheated.
What if he's afraid of cheating? That's what he's hurting him. That I don't want to cheat on you. I love you so much. I don't want to cheat again. Yeah.
Jesus, I don't think that you would carry yourself like this around town if that's the case, but okay.
Because the way he's moving is moving like he's a cheat. I'm sorry, it's moving like he's the one that cheated. The way he's moving, I'm like, I can buy that. So Zaina understands, but she's like, what are we doing if we're not moving towards marriage, right? So, and I'm like,
this show is like a Reddit. That's like what a Reddit that waiting to wed.
Oh god, it's true. They used to go there to recruit.
It's literally waiting to wed coming to life.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. Oh Jesus. Okay. Nick and Sandy. Nick is 38. Sandy is 27. He gave the ultimatum. They met after she was out drunk and she came and knocked at his door and just began of a bit. So that's how all good relationships begin. He sees a future with her. She says she sees a future too, but maybe just not right now. So that's where they are. Cuties. Maria and Caleb dating for 2 years. She gave the ultimatum. She's 24. He's 34. That's all I have to say about that. Do you have anything else to add? Okay. Scotty and Aria. 3 years. He gave the ultimatum also. She wants to marry also, but not now. She's in a different city at the peak of her career, and once again the convention is not so clear because what she has said is that he's expecting her to move, and that part is not clear because I'm like, why does she have to be the one to move? And she said that her mom gave up part of herself for her dad, and she resented it and ended up getting divorced. We'll find out later, but apparently part of it is that they ended up having an open marriage, and she was missing the women. I'm like, well, what about the men? Anyways, whatever. So
there are no men.
They have to have places. If I want to notice, if you open marriage with me, the children will see all sorts. Let's not try it. So then finally, I believe this is finally, we have we have Chanel and Micah. They didn't even show us about Chanel and Micah, but Chanel's 27, Micah's 28, dating 2.5 years. She's the one that gave the ultimatum. He does say he doesn't want to marry yet, that he thinks there's no time, that her career has just started, and he also does not want kids. Obviously, no birth control is 100% effective. We've seen babies coming out with IUDs in their hand. We know that it's not by birth control. People plan and they fall pregnant. It happens all the time. So I was like, I get that, but this is only valid if you guys don't live together and if you guys don't have sex, like frequently. If you do, stupid arguments. So. And finally, Vanessa and Dave. Vanessa and Dave also together for 3 years. Vanessa is 30, Dave is 34. She gave the ultimatum. Oh, Dave. He said marriage is on the horizon, but no timelines. What does that mean? Even the sun and rise and set, there's timeline for it. He said that it's a slow decision-making process. And I said that she deserves someone who's 100% for her. And I'm like, yeah, so this is why you should have already left. Like, I don't get what we're doing. But anyways, so those are the couples. I believe that's all the couples.
Mhm.
Yeah, those are the couples. So now we're just gonna get into it. So this time around, they provided rings for them to give at the end of the experiment if they want to, if they so choose,
Mhm.
right? And basically, the ultimatum is somebody gives an ultimatum in a couple. They come, they switch partners for 3 weeks, and they enter a trial marriage for 3 weeks with a new person. Then they go back to their old previous partner for another 3 weeks,
Mhm.
and then they make a decision. So you switch, stay, single, whatever. So yeah, basically in the last nights together, Dave is all disturbing Vanessa. Is like, I'm surprised when it's putting much pressure on us. I'm like, oh, Gwenny, you already agreed, so you know where we are. Let's not play these games, like
Yeah.
you know. But then he was already looking at somebody, Mariah. So they all look. They all done. They open their eyes. They look. They've not even broken up yet. They've done. They done. They look.
Of
The
course.
and obviously they're just all talking, and you notice that Sandy just trying to use her sexuality to like just overwhelm people. She's always using her body. And first of all, she's always like, sorry, I mean, you can't see my back, but she's always like arching her back, and she's always standing to the side. And like those Instagram girls, really, she doesn't.
She can't stand straight.
She
yeah.
can't stand straight, and she can't just like talk without. Even when she's trying to see promiscuous, no one to know. She must. Sorry about that, guys. So we found out that Aria and Scotty live in different cities.
Mhm.
He said states, but we found out that it is Deby and LA. So that's San Francisco and LA. He said he doesn't believe that he said that they're disconnected because they've not been together physically for a few months. That he's looking for a girl that's compromised in their previous relationship because he wants her to compromise. Obviously, me, I didn't like once he said that thing. I said, move, babu. She's at the peak of her career. I was like, I don't like you because I need to understand why you can't move. And they haven't told us so far. After the 5 episodes, they haven't told us. But yeah, so that's what I found about Ariana and Scotty. For Maria and Caleb, she said that it's lack of reassurance that brought them here. That she was like, she doesn't want to, obviously, but it's like Caleb is not reassuring her, and it's the fact that he's 10 years older, and you said that it's by 30, he's 34, so shouldn't he have clocked in? I think it's a time waster because why did you go for someone so much younger than you? You'd go there because you think, oh, she won't be ready for marriage for a while, and now she's ready for marriage. But then I wish you had just broken up with her instead of. But anyways, all that to say, I really like Caleb because what Caleb is showing is amazing. Okay, we need to understand why he doesn't want to marry because Caleb is husband material, 2 million yards. So they're officially single. So they split up the next morning and they get to mingle, talk to different people, and obviously. Once again, I don't get what I mean. I get it, but obviously, where else are they going to see each other? They have to be together for them to meet different people. So they are like by the pool, and they are mixing around now, talking to different people and everything. So the person that I know that is doing the right thing is Zaina. She's going for guys that issued the ultimatum. Anybody that was issued the ultimatum, you're off because you're not serious. And I'm like, yes. And especially anybody that goes for Dave is a big red flag. I'm like, Dave, oh. And at this point, I'm thinking that Nick is a sweetheart because he's 38. He issued the ultimatum. He's like, I'm ready for marriage. I'm like, anybody that enter this now, Weibo, you go marry before this thing. So him and Vanessa were clicking. Even at one point, he even told her that he has strong feelings for. I said strong feelings, but whoa. When did we meet? Like kilo day.
Isn't you people and him? My bro, let me tell you something.
What?
You're the same people that say people can get married within a year.
Me? I don't say that. I don't believe in it at all.
I'm sorry, what? Don't you watch shows like Married
Love
at
is Blind.
First Sight and Love is Blind?
I watch it and I'm happy for
so
them.
So having feelings now. Why not?
Yes, not
why
strong feelings. Not strong feelings.
Strong feelings.
No.
Yeah.
Feelings, not strong feelings.
It's possible.
Okay, I don't. I find it hard because it's different if there was nobody in the picture before. Nepa, I don't think. Yeah, so then JR. Oh, God. JR is really behaving like he's on spring break because he's just like, oh, he meets with Sandy. He likes Sandy. He's a little snow bunny. Not my words. Then he meets Aria. He likes Aria as well. So he found out that his first marriage was at 22. He met her at 16. His dad is a pastor, and they stayed abstinent till marriage. So he waited till marriage to have sex, and then infidelity broke it. So that's tough.
Mm-hmm.
because that's tough. I'm still good. I'm on the fence. I'm Karen. Okay, one leg is and he cheated. The other leg
Yeah,
is
because if
on.
he didn't explicitly say she
He didn't
cheated,
explicitly say. He just said there
then
was
he
infidelity.
cheated. Because
And you
I
know
don't. I
that
feel
that's how
like
men like to talk. There was
men
infidelity. Yeah,
will say when they might cheat.
yeah, exactly. He just said there was
So if
infidelity. It was
I'll
good.
have to go back. I don't want to go back. I really don't want to.
No, he said there was infidelity.
No,
He
no, no.
didn't
Like,
say.
I was like, I will have to go back and watch.
Oh.
But my no, I'm not
No,
watching that.
it's
This
episode one.
shit, no.
Episode one.
I'm so sorry. I'm not watching it. I'm so sorry.
Anyway,
This is my first time watching this show. The American
with
version.
paying attention to it.
Yeah, I've never finished.
But she's gonna
I've
finish this
never.
one,
Yeah, I'm
guys.
going
Don't
to.
worry,
I
it's only
don't think I've
3
watched
weeks.
past an episode 1
Oh,
or even past the first episode.
Wow.
So yeah.
South Africa was my favorite one. But anyways, this one is okay. So more mingling, they play quarters. The game is like you whisper questions to someone in the circle. If you flip a coin, heads or tails. If it gets heads, you tell the question.
Can I say something? So sorry. Because you said the South African one. I noticed something about the American one to the South African one is there is no body diversity in the American one, whereas in the South African one you had bigger. You had people that were bigger, and not bigger in the way of people thinking coke
Not
body,
curvy, no, big.
like just big.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, just.
Says I'm so sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that, but yeah, I agree. I'm with her.
Yeah.
But I'll keep the thoughts.
Yeah, it's just something that I noticed.
If anyone can guess what I was thinking, I'll like your comments.
I don't even know. I'm trying to guess what
No, don't guess it. Thank you.
Okay,
Move
say
it.
off air.
So Nick and Vanessa are hitting it off, right? And Dave is Vanessa's ex. So the thing that you become your ex, you become exes, right? So Dave, the ex, seems jealous. He's trying to hint about leaving early. He will try to talk to her about it. I'm like, I don't like all this emotional weight you're trying to put on this girl. You guys already agreed. When she told you about the show, you agreed. So you guys were chosen and you came here. But doing this show, leave me alone. It's too bad that you're not vibing with anybody. I don't care. Go. We are trying to make her feel bad and make her reconsider. But you're not asking her for it. You're not proposing to her. You're not telling her that, oh yes, let's get married. Because in the first season, it happened that a guy proposed to his babe during the first night that they were talking. No, during the choice night, whatever they call it, choice, whatever. He was like, you know what, I realized that I want this girl. And he proposed to her and they left the show. If you're going to give the girl what you will, give the person what they want, then yes. But you can't say that I should go back to the way things were. No compromise on your part, nothing. Get out of here.
You need to eat your cake and have it.
Yeah, you do. And once again, get out of here. Anyways, people they talk. So we found out that Zaina and JR live together and said that she wants someone who has laser vision on her and that she feels that JR doesn't have that for her. And also we found out that JR has like lots of girls thirsting in his comments. He's a personal trainer or whatever, so he goes to the gym boy and he likes to post his
Gym boy.
He likes to post his
Can you tell we're not about that life?
No, I'm not. He likes to post, test straps of him. Even on the show, I seen him showing us his pecs, and I was like, "We get it. You're hot. You're a pretty boy. Okay, cool." And he says to this Scotty that is talking about Ari. I said that her love language is a physical touch, so I can't say if she's interested or not. What does that mean? First of all, up until that this show, a lot of shady comments were flying. I guess the person is not your ex, but like the person was your love yesterday. Like the shade, I was like, you guys are just.
Well, everybody did it, so.
Yeah, and then Scotty and Zaina were now holding hands, and Aria, she goes to cry. Caleb, Mr. Nice Guy, Superman, goes to comfort her. Then Aria goes to go and confront Scotty that it's disrespectful for him to be holding hands with Zaina in front of her. Like I'm like,
to show you sign up for. Literally the premise of the show.
And then she gets upset, he gets upset, and he yells at her.
Yeah, I didn't understand that one. Like, she wasn't raising her voice, so why were you raising her voice? So weird.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, she's out of line for this conversation.
Yeah, stupid.
But I don't understand.
She wasn't like shouting at you or anything. Yeah, so exactly. Like why escalate it to that level? I found that weird. So we found out that they date for like a week before they decide on who they are with. So we found out that Vanessa did a bodybuilding competition, Dave wasn't a fan, and so she agreed that she was do it again.
I understand that going through that process is quite
it's a lot
challenging. So yeah, are you worried about her health or like putting her body through? Because you really have to do a lot to bodybuild and stuff like that. Like why? Is it for selfish reasons? Like or you don't like
Vicious looks.
looks? Like there's so many questions that I have to ask, but whatever.
To get more clarity.
Yeah, to get more clarity on that ground.
Yeah, because me too. I actually wouldn't want to be the
But
bodybuilder.
yeah, but at the same time, you can't just definitely tell someone that you're a partner with that they can't do something. You know.
Yeah, but if you're supposed to be body, then
Yeah,
you can't be.
yeah,
You
exactly.
can't
You can choose to exit.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna take. I can't.
Yeah.
They look. No, I'm not subjected to that. So I would have to be a Jesus. But once again, Vanessa, she's a lover girl. She loves so much that she's agreed. I'm gonna do it again. Girl, you say you enjoyed it. Okay. Anyways, we found out that Dave is that's her ex, is Jewish. Apparently, that she's the one that brought up exclusivity first. So this relationship has been slow. That's all we need to know. Then basically they talk plenty things, let's move to where they make the decision. Oh no, Micah and JR are discussing if they've been with a white woman before. Why, brothers? Why did you do this? Because obviously JR likes Sandy and Sandy is white, right? And he's very attracted to her clearly, and she's into him as well. And we found out later that Hatu, she's like, yeah, she would never go into him. So obviously it's all those people that you secretly like black boys, but you're not ever going to go for it. But now is your chance, so you take it. So they were, up and down and everything. So at this point, it looks like everybody has pretty much paired up. The only person that is not sure is JR, because he likes Sandy and he likes Arya. But when we talk about Sandy, it's all physical, it's all fleshy. When we talk about Arya, I don't know how to say. When we talk about Arya, it's like qualities, her personality, like her. So I find it interesting. Anyways, the choice. So first of all, we have to talk about the way this thing, it was so long for no reason. First of all, they will ask you how was your week. You will discuss it, you will say who you liked. They will now say, are you ready to make your choice? You've already said who you like.
Yeah, and you've already said the reason why too.
No.
And then after you make your choice, you have to say why again.
Then
and then the person that is accepted talks, and then, okay, are you ready to make a choice? Stands up and says they're accepted, and then saying why. It was too much.
So redundant, guys. Come on.
Much. But please, for the sake of moving forward, remember I was just going to tell you the matches are not the reason
why. No. I didn't even write them down.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I didn't even write them down.
Because when I was going through that, I was like, why am I going through this?
Why are we going through this?
But okay.
So, shoot. Yeah, Scotty chose Zaina. Arya is weeping. Whatever. Maria chose Micah. Chanel chose Dave. JR chose Sandy. Vanessa, Nick, Caleb, and Arya. Or can we just say that when JR and Sandy chose each other, Nick started mouthing off, and it was like saying that that her and JR just want to play, they're just looking for fun. That's why she chose her. That's why she chose him, and she opened up to JR quicker than she did with him. I'm like, don't be a little baby, okay? You're 38. You're the daddy here. Be responsible and don't be a.
I just want to say this one time, because it seems like a lot of people come on these shows and don't have foresight. I can't stand that. Like, first of all, you already know what. If it was the first season of the show and you're behaving like this, I understand. You've watched the show. You've seen what it's about. Yeah, for the America.
There's South Africa.
Yeah, exactly.
There's K1.
Yeah, exactly. So there are many seasons of the show. You could have seen what it was all about. You signed up and got to this point in the show. And you can't have foresight to understand that they're even nice enough to let this be rip up the bandage immediately and do this, and then you go back to your partner. Not that they're telling you play with your partner, get to know your partner even more, and then we're showing you. No, you know what's happening, and you know you're going back to your partner. Like, what is all this drama about? Like, you still get your own chance to play in the sand and plead out your case, and you get to even do that last. And sometimes it's just what is last in mind that sticks to their mind, not what's happened prior to now. So the fact that you can't have foresight, this goes to for the people that wasted our time or by coming on this show and wasting time. You took other people's spots that could have been on this show, because it made the show a bit boring with people leaving, because the producers had to stretch things. And I think maybe for some of these shows they have episodes that they greenlit, and they must do those episodes. They've told you have to do 10 episodes. It's what we've greenlit. It's what we've budgeted for. It's what we've. So you have to. So they have to stretch it. So in a way, I feel bad for the producers and everything. They have to stretch it into those 10. That's why they're giving you extra details that you didn't necessarily need, or all the back and forth on the table that you maybe we didn't need to know or whatever. But now we know. My thing is, if you don't have, it's even the same thing. Like, you don't have foresight, and that's how y'all are dating, and it's like, why? And also for the ladies that ran off with this man, sure, you've convinced them that Ultimatum does not work.
It doesn't work. They have you,
and they have you now because you left the show for them.
And you're not married,
and you're still not married,
or even engaged.
Or
They have
engaged.
you. They have
Look,
you.
Anyway, one of them for sure. We know you guys are still not married.
Yeah.
So
The
what
other ones
was
will find
and
out.
that you didn't get what you wanted and you left.
So what's the point?
Anyway, so
Stupid.
my soapbox. I've not even done a soapbox or a rant. It's been a while, but I'm off my soapbox now. I'm gonna let me about power through this.
Yeah,
Let's
honestly,
go.
it's just a lot of random things. So
Yeah.
trial marriage has started. So we find out from Vanessa and Nick. Obviously, once again, I just felt like Nick was using her as like emotional life raft because it was just like pouring all his. Because he kept on going on and on. He called JR a knucklehead. He said low hanging fruit. I'm like, what's all of this? Keep this to yourself. Like, you guys, you told her you have strong feelings for her. That's you told Vanessa, and she was like, "Oh, I feel the same way too." So she's like, she's abandoned Dave, and she's like pushed him away, and she's like focusing on you. And then what you're doing is just like, what's the word? Dumping on her, dumping on her. Like, why? Then Sandy says she loves to sage, that she even sages herself. I'm like, nah. So I said, doing deliverance for yourself.
I mean, have you ever heard of that before? Doing deliverance for yourself. Okay.
Then, oh my god, very most awkward first night award goes to Mariah and Micah. They were even discussing doing laundry. Does your girlfriend do your laundry? What the hell are we talking about here, Mariah?
Well, Micah wasn't giving her anything, so
No, Micah was given nothing. And then Dave with Chanel. Dave was upset that Nick took the ring with him because obviously he's like, oh, that means I'm like, that doesn't mean anything. My guy, like, calm down. And Aria, sorry, still weeping. I just felt for Caleb. He slept on the pull-out couch because it was just because obviously he really likes his babe, but Aria's weeping. After I was like, please go on, be doing. Then okay, let's get into what. So this is what day. So Micah and Chanel, we saw through the CCTV footage. Micah just packed bag, left. Chanel spends the whole night out from like 3-something a.m. She came back 8:30 in the morning. She told Dave that she's going, that she just needs to clear her head or whatever. We don't know where she went. So
Micah was texting her.
Yeah, obviously, and definitely. I mean, in hindsight, they probably met up. That's probably what happened. And he probably left first, and then they were talking to producers and everything, and then blah blah blah, and then they left that day or night, whatever.
The next day.
Next day, so he left first, and then the other people that left now followed suit. So okay, then sorry, we have to go back to Nick and Vanessa before we finish the story because it's linked. So Nick went to get coffee and he ran into Sandy, and then he made it seem like she just blurted out that her and JR had kissed, because her and JR had kissed even before they entered the trial marriage. It was not a kiss, it was a peck on the lips. And then he came back, he was all sad, morose. Once again, Vanessa was comforting him, and I was like, please, this man is not who is the person that's supposed to be comforted? It's not the Holy Spirit, because no human being should be going through this. Then we now see Sandy and JR. She's not telling us a story that he was very emotional and was disrespectful to her when they met, and then he asked if they had kissed, and then she said yes. And she now tells JR that they actually were fighting a lot before they came here, and that she had things that she wanted them to work on before coming, but he kept blowing her off, and suddenly now he's going to have a time and he's calling her multiple times, just blowing up her phone. Even when she ignores him, he keeps. When she answers, it still doesn't stop. It's just like it's a lot. Like when she answers, he's upset. Like it's asking me, I'm like, this is emotional abuse. Like,
and me, I said earlier that when she started a trial marriage and he started that she should have blocked him.
Yeah, see how, like,
I mean, he knows where she is. I said block him. Just go through the process and block him. And what happened in the end? JR was like, block him.
Yeah.
Let's do the 3 weeks and let's have peace. Like, just block him.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
No. It was oof, Jesus, I lost my place. I'm just going back to the place. But yeah, so we now found out that Dave, Vanessa, Micah, and Chanel secretly met off camera, and they secretly packed and left 3 days in. obviously, you know, Dave was with Chanel and Micah was with Mariah
Mhm.
and Vanessa was with Nick. So Vanessa was obviously with Nick even on this day that this happened. I think this is when she realized that there's no point because you're claiming that you have feelings for me, but you're not acting like it. You're acting like a little, like you're in love, like you're in love with, which is fine. That's your most recent ex now. But then it would have been better if you had entered this trial marriage as friends, as opposed to you telling her that you have strong feelings for her and stuff, and then you're putting her through all this. Because Aria too was crying a lot, but she wasn't bringing her crying to Caleb. She was just crying like, well, you are bringing it to Vanessa, like, heal me, help me. No, like, I didn't like that at all. I felt like he was using her. I don't like when people use other people emotionally. It actually gets to me a lot, and I think that's what he was doing, and it was not cool at all. So, anyways, they left, and then once again, Nick is like, "Oh my God, I was left." I'm like, "Please get out of here. We actually don't care that you left. We were left without being told." Mariah is shocked that Micah left like that, but she's whatever. And I like Mariah. She makes it. Mariah. I see Mariah at the pool reading books. See her at the park doing. You see her walking. It's like she's living her life. She's just. It's
She's using her time more wisely.
she's enjoying herself last because like Nick is just being such a baby. Honestly speaking, I just can't. And funny enough, Mariah said she was even abandoned as a child. So it's very tough for her to like for someone to just leave her, and it's traumatic for her. And I said that it made her very needy in her relationship with Caleb. You know, I said that she wants reassurance, so she needs probably more than normal amount of reassurance because she was left. Somebody that was abandoned as a child is handling this situation better than somebody that was not. Like Nick, first of all, yeah, they are all their daddies. And yes, I can't even. Then Sandy and Jared go bowling. We found out that he wants to have kids at 40. And I'm like, that's 7 years from now. So Sandy's date will be 36 at that point. I just using her age as
34. How old is he now?
He's 33, so plus 7, she's 27. So
Yeah,
34, sorry. My math, 37, 34, sorry. She's 34, she'll be 34 at that time, which I guess is okay.
It's fine.
Anyways. And then they see Nick and JR does not move. But Sandy like goes inside a bit. She's like, "Oh my God, Nick, I don't want him to see me because it's something at the balcony." Because obviously we know that if he catches them, the other of sight, it's not a problem. And then Nick becomes a painter. He's painting his emotions.
I'm telling us that's the first time you ever painted anger.
And oh my God, it's wow. Anyways, another couple, Aria and Caleb, their bond is wow. It's very like organic. It's really to me these are the ones to watch. But Caleb is fighting it hard, but it's very like organic.
I don't know. We have different opinions on this one. I don't feel like he's fighting anything.
No, I think he's fighting it. His face tells me that when he was with the guys.
He has the same face all the time.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't actually. He looks like a deer in headlights sometimes. Like, oh my God, no. I think he's fighting it.
Like that's the face he has all the time. He always looks like a deer in headlights.
No, actually, he doesn't. He doesn't. So he brings a care basket for her, and they do like facials for each other and everything. And we see that I've been thinking of her since they married. He's also very nice, very friendly. He has left the place now on the bed. He has left. He graduated from the pull-out couch. So bless God. Then so that's going well. Sandy and JR share more kisses. And then they close the bedroom door.
So do things. There's nothing you can tell me.
No, I said do things. I'm not saying.
Sandy with her lie.
Oh. Then JR. No. Anyway, so Zaina and Scotty now meets Zaina's friends and sister, and her sister is very openly Team JR. She's like, I'm Team JR, and like, if JR proposed to you tomorrow, would you say yes? And she's like, no.
It's not happening anyway.
Yeah, and her friends are like, they see her being a bit more open with him, with Scotty than with JR, but like even with JR she's still good. So it's not like the relationship with JR is bad. It's just like this one's a little bit better. So yeah. Then we see Sandy and JR meet her mom, sister, and friends. He used the term.
The black guy.
They ogled him. He's eye candy. He is man meat, some nice man. He used the term love at first sight. I'm like, for God's sake, you people are annoying me. Because you were in love with somebody else when you came here, right? Then they are both Scorpios. And I put that here because they've talked about it like 2 million times. And then, who was bad mouthing? I think it was bad mouthing Nick. And I was like, oh, this is not necessary.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. Their family said something that he had done. I don't remember.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
fine.
remember.
It's irrelevant.
Yeah, it's really relevant.
Yeah.
Anyways, Nick is going through it because he finds out that Sandy and Jera went to meet her mom. I don't know who.
I don't know why he's.
We don't know who told him.
To me, sounds like Sandy's mom is one of those moms that are like, I'm your friend.
So she told,
no.
Okay.
No, you don't get like her. He was upset that she already met her mom, and I'm like, well, it sounds like Sandy's because nobody else's parent does her. So to me, it sounds like Sandy's mom is one of the. Oh, I'm like what BFF. So if the girls are going out to do something, then I'm part of the girls. So it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Like I feel like her mom is probably just always around.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he's like, oh, with the mom, like relax. Didn't seem like that big of a deal.
Yeah, and this is when Nick loses it because he calls her like, I'm still in love with you. And we see
what do you think was going to happen? I don't understand the weaponized tears. I don't get it. Like, what do you think was going to happen when you did that?
I found that funny because on the other end, you see Sandy and the call is on speaker and JR is just sitting there right there. I'm like, jeez. And then they cut the call. Yeah. And then he calls again and he's like,
I block him. Yeah. And then he shows up.
No, he calls again and he's like, if you're over me, I'll leave. Then he goes to the apartment, like, I want to see you. And then JR, like as a man, he gets there, like, she's gonna see you go. Now, JR closes the door. I don't know why he opened the door again, because once I've told you, she don't want to see you. I've locked the door, put the whatever, and we're done for the night. Then Sandy came, I can't. Do you know that those kind of things escalate those situations?
They do.
Why did you go there? She went there. Said, no, you shouldn't have gone there. She likes chaos. Clearly,
she likes attention.
She does. Then this is when she finally is like, I guess JR's like, can you see why you need to block him now?
Later, Nate is saying that he's not the only one that she's saying things to him too. And I believe him because we see her lie unprovoked. So.
Yeah, anyway, so we see Scotty and Zaina getting to the agreement. He's like, oh, we should do something. She's like, what? It says hot air balloon, right? She's like,
and
no.
Cryotherapy.
And then cryotherapy. She's like, no. And then he now gets offended and starts giving attitude. And she's like, what happened? He said, like, because I don't want to do what your things.
Okay, not again, please, because I don't want to lose our real subscribers. Well, like, what is this whole
what is this?
Doing the whole baby thing. I don't get it.
This is so unattractive. I was like, I already didn't like you, and this is making me not like you even less. And I said that he was always validated as a child, so anytime somebody rejects him, it's personality. Rejection is part of life.
Wow, so you were not even rejected as a child.
No, he said he was validated as a child.
Validated.
Yeah, that's why. But that's problem. You know this problem. This reminds me of when I was in secondary school and we went on this trip. And this mom came with us. So she had a son and a daughter. She's not, well, I guess she has to be a boy mom because she had a son and a daughter. And this boy, he was not exactly, So she was like, oh.
What did you say?
He was not exactly facially tops.
Oh, okay.
So, and she was like, oh, my handsome boy, my this boy, my that boy, such a good looking boy. She just the wine now. And all of us are like, what's going on? And obviously we're children, so we're always laughing because I'm like, are you blind? Like, what's going on? It was so funny to us because we're like, you can't be serious. This episode we're looking at, no, not like and obviously we were not insulting his looks because before that we wouldn't say anything about his looks. But it's the fact that she kept on reassuring, oh, my handsome boy, I was like, what are you? And I feel like this maybe that kind of home that's because he grew up in where they're always praising him. And so when they praise you that much and you think that your shit don't stink, when you go out into the world and people are like, no, you're like, wait, what? So you reacted like a child, like someone that, they told him no for the first time and he's like, how dare you? How could you? And it's like, nah, bro, take that now and run with it. So anyways, so Maria and Nick now go boxing. So I mean, they talk it through and she's like, no, like I wasn't rejecting you. Like I just didn't like the things that you mentioned. It's nothing about you. Women be doing the Lord's work, man. God. Like I said, I guess maybe I'm just a phase of life. I mean, I don't like women taking on the emotional load of things. I don't like it. So, and as Maria and Nick goes to boxing to let out some steam, she explains how she's been handling the days, that she's also insecure, but like she just not going to react. That of course it's hard and everything. And I'm like, first again, Nick, you're 38, she's 24.
14 years.
You're old enough to be her father in biblical times. Why in the hell are you not, like, you're not mature? Like, essentially, we thought, oh, you're ready for marriage, you're mature and everything. But, like, now it's like, no, you're a child. And then this is the title I was waiting for. So they're getting ready to go have ladies' night and guys' night. And then Arya and Caleb are talking. And Arya goes, I'll tell Maria that there's an emotional connection between us.
And he's looking at her like,
She said, don't do that.
why? Also,
She said,
you're my.
no.
He has said this.
He said that is a friendship.
Yes, he said it's a friendship.
And
he said it to
Arya's
the
like,
guys.
no,
And
it's denial.
he said it to her face.
And I said that she said it's a friendship, that it's just a friendship. And Arya is like, she does the camera, she's like, no, I think Caleb is in denial, that he just doesn't want to accept what is.
Caleb's going back to his babe.
He is. That's I know. That's I'm not disputing that. That's like, I think like he's like, when I say he's forcing himself not to, I mean like he has set that there's a boundary that he's not going to pass. He'll be very nice to her and everything, and yeah, he may be liking her a little bit, but he's not ever going to reach the point where he'll be conflicted.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a connection? Yes. But is he ever going to let this grow to romantic? No, he's not. But Arya is not getting that. But this also tells us that Arya is not getting her needs met in her own relationship.
Definitely.
So this is something for her to learn and pick.
From Caleb, you just learn that
what
you should
wants.
be with a guy that pays attention to you.
Yeah, because Caleb is very thoughtful. He asks her what she wants when he goes out. Yeah. When she's out, he asks her what she wants to eat so he can make it see. I want to know why Caleb don't want to marry, because other than Caleb is husband material for what they've shown us. So unless they are not showing us the problem, but Caleb is only husband material. So anyways, we go to ladies' night. Wait. Okay, and I like this first part. So the girls are talking, and Maria tells Sandy straight up that she doesn't think that Nick will make a good husband based on what she's saying. That she's like, I'm sorry, but like he's not going to make a good husband. And Maria is me. I'm going to tell you, like, sorry, the person that you love, he's shit. Sorry, like, but I'll tell you. And she was very apologetic about it. Like, I'm sorry, like I'm not trying to be. And obviously, if you know Maria, you know that she's not even a shit starter. She's not. So if she's saying this, better take it for real. Yeah, and personally, the way Nick was acting, if I was production, I'd have asked him to leave. I wouldn't allow Sandy to do the second part of it. First, I wouldn't, because he's very volatile. I don't like people that are emotionally unstable. Scare me. What if next time he carries a knife and says he's going to kill himself if she doesn't agree to leave? Then what's going to happen? And they don't always have people in there with them. So what's going to happen then? Like, I don't know. I personally, I think it's dangerous. I mean, obviously, I could be overreacting. Maybe he's not that kind of emotionally crazy person.
Yeah, but you don't want to.
I don't want to find out, right? That's my point. Yeah. I don't want to find out, because even her, she's shocked by his behavior. That he doesn't behave like this normally. It's weird. So I don't. Then Sandy and say, catching up, and Sandy has to reassure Zainala, we're not hooking up. No, we're not really dating. I'm just training him for you.
You know the movie How to Train Your Dragon? That's what she's doing.
She's training JR. I said, for God's sakes, what do
she's
you
giving
mean?
us lessons.
First of all, Zaina never asked her. Zaina never asked. Zaina did not ask what are you guys doing. She didn't ask. Zaina didn't ask, do you guys like each other? She didn't ask not a one question. Because you know my Zaina, she locks up. She don't. But no, Sandy does the talk. Then Arya and Arya is going on and on with Caleb. Oh, he's so wonderful, so awesome. That he has, his issue is just like with the level of communication you require. That I am not like that. I don't need to have that much info, but you need to have so much information. I'm like, first of all, Arya, you just messed these people last week, towing it all the way down.
And also, don't be mean. This girl is by herself. And so far has given so much grace.
Yeah.
Like, stop.
Then she's like, I think it's to do with your childhood trauma.
She only said one thing that I agree. That she said that if you've been in a toxic relationship, when you're finding a healthy one, you may end up being the toxic one in that relationship. Yeah. And it was food for thought, because Mara took it and was like, that is actually food for thought. I'll think on that. So, but aside everything that, else. Enough.
Yeah, then Arya goes and now decides to tell something that Caleb told her not to say. Me and Caleb have a connection. I don't normally follow this fast normally, but let's put that this week 2 of the trial, whatever. So I was like, oh, and they have 1 more week to go. I was like, Arya, this was. I guess because her intent was like, I don't want her to watch it and feel like I betrayed her.
But there
It's
was
a good
nothing
intention,
happening.
but nothing was
We
happening.
watched it.
Yeah, like there was nothing
We didn't
untoward.
see
There was
anything.
nothing
Yes, he
untoward.
was being a nice man.
Like he will never kiss
Nothing
you.
else.
You guys never cuddled in bed unless you
No,
did and we didn't
barely
see.
held hands.
Yeah, you didn't hold hands. You were not being very
Like
physical.
I don't
and
understand
stuff,
what
so
all this is about.
I was like,
it's par for course for what you're
what the
expecting. The show is. Or in fact, you don't need to tell anyone what you're doing because it's par for
no,
course.
she said that you should watch the show and find out, and then she doesn't want her to think that to betray them.
Again, it's par for course. Everybody expects that
but
something
you know
is
that's
supposed
not
to
how
happen.
it happens. Even in the Bachelor, the girls feel betrayed and the boys feel. But you know that you watch that now, where the guys will be like, but you know it was my time and you went to talk. So
silly. We came on a show, but anyway.
Yeah, obviously it's silly, but humans be human, so that's it.
So then the
guys, so Nick apologized to JR and talking about respect. Who was saying they didn't respect the other person? I don't care.
JR said he lost all respect for Nick. And here's the thing about that. Who cares? Like, I think, Nick, you're 38. If someone that I barely know tells me they lost all respect for me, I'm like, okay, I don't know you. Who cares? Like,
respect does not do anything for
me. It doesn't do anything for me. Whatever.
It doesn't make me
like, oh, cool. Thank you. Who are you? Like, why do I need your respect? Like, you just truly you did something that made someone lose respect for you. Yeah, because it was rubbish. A lot of people lost respect for you. Yeah, but guess what? Don't double down in it. Like, him saying that, whatever, water off your back. Just ignore it. You did mess up. Move on. Like, don't double down on it again. And just let it be. Your babe was gonna come back to you in a week's time anyways. So what's all this drama about? Yeah, unnecessary. Then Caleb reiterated, I guess for Scotty's sake, that him and Arya is just friendship. It's like, cool. Then JR said he heard, I don't like all this Chinese whispers game, but JR said he heard that Scotty said that somebody told him that JR is here for a hall pass. Do you get the train? So but Jared like that's false, and he was like, Elizabeth like irritated, and then it started like, why is he emotional? I'm like, and I hate that thing so much because I also react, like I respond. It does not mean that like then you want to shame me, like as I'm like, no, that's how and I hate when people do that to me. So I hated him when Scott did that. I'm like, people are allowed to express any form of emotion they want to express on their face. He didn't beat you. He didn't insult you. He's allowed to be a little bit irritated by the comments because it's actually it's defamatory. Like whatever, you're all getting hall passes. Okay, now what? Yeah,
like so it's like it's fine for him to be able to be like
everybody's getting a hall pass. Like, now
so
like
why are you?
Are you upset that is going to clearly be more physical than yours?
Like that was like Scotty. That was such a loser thing. I didn't like that statement at all. Then. This never ended. It's so funny. Nick now, but should we just apologize? Then you now ask if JR and Sandy are sleeping together.
And what did JR say?
I say yes, on the same bed.
Sure. And then someone, Caleb now said, well, that's
I don't think that's what he was asking.
I don't think, and that's true. Because I'm sorry.
That was what I was asking.
Cannot use semantics on me.
Why?
Hello.
That's what I was asking.
When you say that, I'm like, then my response is like, oh, so y'all have had sex.
And now Nick said, okay, so you put out and said that's confirmation.
That's confirmation.
To him, it's confirmation. I'm like,
don't worry, it's confirmation.
Believe
Sandy's over there lying her non-existent ass off because she keeps telling us how she has this ass that I can't see, but okay.
That ass.
That she says she's like Megan Fox. Here we go again with another Netflix reality show.
Suffered.
Someone saying that she looks like Megan Fox. I mean,
kinetic content. You guys need to ban Megan Fox.
In this situation, fine, like kinda okay.
No, she looks like Jessica from.
She does look like Jessica, but okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we did a good one. 43 minutes in.
Yeah, no, because there's nothing much to talk about. It was a lot of nothings, but yeah, the people that give us content were Nick, Sandy, JR, and sometimes Arya and Scotty. Okay. But yeah, so we'll be back to review the other episodes. Once again, thoughts in the comments.
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe.
Where to your heart. Yay!
Bye.